Welcome to the Startup Espresso. I'm Hall T. Martin, the host of the show, where we talk about raising funding for your startup and the time it takes to have an espresso. I hope you enjoy this episode. Hello, this is Hall T. Martin with the Startup Funding Espresso, your daily shot at startup funding and investing. In preparing your fundraise, you need to consider your current valuation, even if you're using a safe or convertible note. There are several methods to use to estimate your valuation. The most often used method is comparables. This method looks at similar companies that recently raised funding and uses that as a proxy for your startup's valuation. It can be a challenge to find companies that fit exactly, but if you generalize into sectors such as tech, healthcare, consumer product goods, etc., you can find comps for your startup. You can also use the rule of 4, which gives your startup a $1 million valuation for each of 4 points: sales, team, product, and intellectual property. Give your startup the full $1 million if you have each category fully developed. If it's less than fully developed, then give your valuation a portion of it. For example, if the product is fully developed and ready for the market, then it's $1 million. If, on the other hand, it's in beta form with some functionality, then give your valuation $500K. Add up all 4 numbers to calculate your valuation. There are other methods such as the Berkus method, which uses a scorecard, and the venture capital method, which looks at the exit price and works back to your current valuation. Best to try several methods to see which one puts your business in the best position. In the end, valuation is a negotiation and not a formula. No matter what valuation you propose, the investor will challenge it, so make sure you have solid evidence of your proposed number. Thank you for joining us for the Startup Funding Espresso, where we help startups and investors connect for funding. Let's go start something today. Hall T. Martin is the director of Investor Connect, which is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to the education of investors for early-stage funding. All opinions expressed by Hall and podcast guests are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinion of Investor Connect. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be relied upon as a basis for investment decisions.